there's a train of thought that people have jumped on. People believe that when a man caresses your breast, then it has the potential for it to develop. It has the potential for it to grow. So when we see young girls who are going through puberty and their body is going through the hormonal changes, people do not, align that to puberty. People assume that the girl is fast, that the girl is sport, that she's already sexually active. And this misconception have brought so much harm and shame to girls worldwide, specifically black girls. Immediately a black girl starts going through puberty, the slut-shaming begins. First by her aunt, her mom, or other women in the community who begin to label her as fast sports slut. Or secondly, by men who harass these girls because they do not accept their offer. So it is so painful that women who are actually meant to guide young girls through the process of puberty are the first people to slut shame them. Because again, they tend to believe that this young girl that has breasts, that her hips have widened, is probably sleeping around. Or worse, they project on that young girl. They believe that for a young girl to actually have these physical attributes, there is no way that she's not using it to lure older men. So there is a projection. Maybe this is something they had done before, or because maybe when they went through that age, they had so many older men, hitting on them. They assume that that young girl who has that body now is probably using it to her advantage. So they automatically begin to label her as sport, as fast, as grown, as a slut. And it gets worse if this is a girl who actually develops fast. If you have features that people could mistake to be on an adult body. So someone like me who has always been chubby from a very young age, it's very, very easy for people to assume that this body that I have came because a man was touching me. This is one of the reasons why it's really difficult for black girls to actually speak to someone when they've been harassed by this man. Because again, they believe that they are the sole cause of it. That if I didn't have this body, maybe this man wouldn't approach me. Or by the time your aunt or your mom has called you a slut 2, 3, 4 times, and you've internalized that label and believe that, okay, maybe I am actually sport, that's why this guy is hitting on me. That's why these older men, old enough to be my father, would leave women their age and come and hit on me because they can sense that there is something wrong about me. This misconception and myth has also become an umbrella for predators to hide under. It is not uncommon for us to hear men who have seen a girl grow up from a child to a teenager, and the first thing they begin to say is, man don't dey touch am. Now why? Or this man wey don dey touch girl, me say I no go touch, abeg I go touch you. These men automatically believe that because she is physically developing now, then that means she's emotionally and mentally ready for any sexual activity. They do not care that, again, she's just going through hormonal changes. She's just going through puberty. So you can imagine the kind of shame, the kind of hurt that black girls carry, the kind of anger they even have towards their own self. And it gets worse with puberty because of the hormonal changes. You begin to get aroused when you're ovulating. You don't know what is going on with you. You don't know why you're feeling the way you're feeling. There's no one that have taught you about the changes that you're going to be having in your body. So when you're ovulating as a young girl and you have these urges and you don't understand what the hell is going on with you, you think back to those names that those aunts, those men have called you, and you said, oh, maybe I am really a bad girl. But sadly, now we see so many young girls who find comfort in the arms of these older men, these men who deceive them, these men that make them feel normal, these men that touch them to sexually excite them. They continue to make them feel like they are more mature than their age, which they eventually will be, because the more you mingle with these men, the more you begin to push yourself to act older so you can belong in their own reality. These girls do not know that these men are robbing them of their childhood. These men are robbing them of their innocence, because in the arms of these men is the only time that they feel loved, is the only time that they feel okay about their growing body, because these men are complimenting them. They're telling them that your breasts look good, your hips look good, and they've never heard that before. There is no one that has ever told them that. So of course this man loves them, this man cares about them. And this has become the cycle that continues to push the narrative that girls who are physically developed are bad girls, because now no one goes back to check the track record. No one goes back to ask, where's the adult in this girl's life? Why is she here? No one holds the older man accountable. People just assume that that teenage girl that does not know anything is the sole proprietress for her doom. So that is the vicious cycle that we continue to see. The flip side to this is that once some of these ladies or young girls begin to internalize those labels, begin to see themselves as sluts, as whores, and sexualize themselves as a young age, and begin to offer themselves to these older men, begin to seek them because that is the thing that makes them feel whole. That is the thing they feel like they're actually meant to do. It opens up another can of worms. And if you'd like for me to talk about this in another video, please comment below. I told you that I grew up, as a plus size lady. I know exactly what it means for people to look at you and automatically think that you are a prostitute just because at the age of 14 or 13 you're already a double D, and you are just a young girl that might not know much. So by the time they've seen you as not a child anymore, they've taken away your innocence. That immaturity that you possess as a child has been robbed off. So you don't even have the opportunity, you don't have the privilege of making mistakes, of having older people say, no, this person is taking advantage of you. As a young girl, this is a problem. When I was really young, my mom would send me on an errand, and when I stand up to go buy it, my body would shake. I have a very soft body, so my body would move when I'm walking on the road. My mom would tell me to come back. I should give her back the money. I should not go again. Why? Just because my body is moving, and the idea that maybe someone is looking at me, that sends a message about something is wrong with my body. Like, what is there something wrong with the way I'm naturally built? And it's a conversation that I think I've always wanted to have, and I said, why don't I just do it now and let people know that puberty is not an invitation for you predators to prey on young girls. Puberty does not automatically mean that a girl is loose. Black girls worldwide should be afforded the privilege to be children, should be afforded the privilege to have healthy romantic and sexual relationship with their peers, should be allowed to know that the fact that they are having this arousal, the fact that they are having these romantic feelings doesn't make them bad. It doesn't make them sport. It is healthy and a normal part of the human experience in the world. We need to continue to teach Black girls that it's okay. It is okay to exist in the body that you're in. But that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. If you've experienced this as well, how did you deal with it? What was it like for you? And do you know any other myths or misconceptions that continue to hold women ransom or make them lose their innocence? I want to hear from you, especially in the comment section below. Thank you again for watching. My name is Lolo Cynthia, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.